strategic competition between the world's two major powers, the US and China, has become fiercer than ever. The threat of a currency war has risen after the US accused China of manipulating its currency. The US-China tensions have had severe impacts on the global economy and created more risks for emerging markets. After multiple rounds of negotiations, the two sides have yet to reach a final deal to ease the tensions.
On July 4th, Chinese survey vessel Haiyang DG-8 and its escorts entered Vietnam's exclusive economic zone and continental shelf in the East Sea, seriously violating international law and Vietnam's sovereignty rights and jurisdiction. Chinese survey ships have also repeatedly encroached upon those of other countries bordering the East Sea and obstructed the legal oil and gas activities. The international community strongly criticized China's unilateral actions, which had eroded trust and threatened regional peace, security, and stability.
The Conservative Party's resounding victory in the December 12 general election has increased the possibility of the UK to leave the EU on January 31st next year after repeated delays. In his first speech after his party won, Prime Minister Boris Johnson vowed to do his best to get Brexit done, while EU leaders said they were ready for the next steps. An earlier withdrawal agreement was rejected 3 times by the British House of Commons, leading to the resignation of Prime Minister Theresa May. Johnson requested an EU extension of the Brexit deadline until January 31st, 2020, and demanded a snap election on December 12 to avoid a no-deal Brexit.
On July 31st, the Fed lowered its benchmark interest rate by 0.24 percentage points to a range of 2 to 2.25%, the first cut since the global financial crisis in 2008, to respond to the uncertain economic outlook. It continued to cut interest rates twice, on September 18th and October 30th, down to 1.5 to 1.75%, and then left them unchanged through the remainder of 2019. Major central banks around the world, including the Bank of Japan and the European Central Bank, also made the similar moves, sending their rates to historic lows, even below zero, to spur economic growth and prevent a recession.
The situation in the Middle East has become unpredictable after the US accused Iran of being behind attacks on fuel tankers in the Gulf and 2 major oil refineries in Saudi Arabia, and imposed more sanctions on Tehran. The US also added fuel to the fire by recognizing the Golan Heights as part of Israel, supporting Israeli settlements in the West Bank, and ordering all US troops to withdraw from northern Syria.
The lengthy demonstrations in Hong Kong, China against an extradition bill have turned into riots, pushing the special administrative region to the brink of socio-economic crisis. Meanwhile, challenges in politics, economics, and social inequality have fueled widespread protests in parts of Europe, the Middle East, and Latin America, causing instability in some countries.
The Earth experienced the hottest June in 140 years. The temperatures set all-time highs during the summer in Europe, while Australia also reported record temperatures. Wildfires caused severe damage to the Amazon rainforest, which is dubbed the lungs of the Earth. Meanwhile, plastic waste pollution reached an alarming 13 million tons dumped into the oceans every year, causing the deaths of about 1.5 million marine animals. Massive rallies took place across the globe to demand governments take more concrete actions to curb climate change and protect the environment.
Ten ASEAN nations and 5 partner countries, Australia, China, Japan, the Republic of Korea, and New Zealand, concluded text-based negotiations on the Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership during the 35th ASEAN Summit in Bangkok, Thailand on November 4th. It marked a significant milestone in the international economic integration against the backdrop of rising protectionism that is hindering globalization. The member countries pledged to soon finish their required legal reviews of the deal to be signed in 2020.
Twenty countries, including France, Britain, and India, signed an agreement on September 26 that aims to stop the spread of fake news online, while many countries, including Singapore and Russia, have adopted fake news laws. In the wake of growing pressure from various countries, leading social media platforms like Facebook, Google, and Twitter have taken multiple measures to control and prevent fake news.
The Event Horizon Telescope collaboration on April 10th released the first ever picture of a black hole. The black hole, that is 6.6 billion times bigger than the Sun, was found in a distant galaxy called M87, about 55 million light years from the Earth. It was captured by a global network of 8 telescopes from Hawaii, the United States, and Atacama, Chile, to the South Pole and Europe. The historic discovery is said to confirm Albert Einstein's theory of general relativity.